I'm going to try to yell this is on my phone. And I refuse to use the gavel. I refuse to use the gavel. We're not in court. Good evening, everyone. Tonight, my name is Jennifer Sofield. I am going to be in about 20 half hour, maybe your immediate past president. However, tonight I am playing two hats as the outgoing president and the MC of the annual meeting, which I've been doing for, I don't even know how long, really long time. So bear with me. I will try to transition everything so you can understand me. I have two speeches going on here, and so we'll figure it out together. So if anybody has any questions, just raise your hand and I will try to make it as clear as possible. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Okay. I will try to maintain this volume. It is my pleasure to welcome you to our Jewish Family Service annual meeting. Each year, the community is invited to this open meeting in which time the board president and the agency's director comment on this past year's efforts. It is a tradition to honor people like yourselves who have made the agency a viable support system for so many. I would like to present myself, that's me, our outgoing president of the Board of Jewish Family Service. So I'm transitioning now to being the president. Fellow board members, agency staff, and members of the community. I cannot believe that I stood up here 2 years ago accepting the nomination of president. Boy, did that fly right by. At that time, once again, I had no idea of the storm that would soon follow. 10 years ago, my presidency had other storms, but just like the past 2 years, we weathered those storms and came through standing stronger than ever. It started out as just an ordinary presidency. The agency was in good standing, so we thought, until bam, the retirement and resignation of Tom Beck, our director of 39 years. Well, I thought to myself, how am I possibly going to get through this? And there was a little part of me that thought, I cannot do this again. So I put my big girl panties back on, and I said, I have to do this. The future of the agency is depending on me and my committee members to find a leader to take the agency to a different place, as I like to call a rebuild. Times have changed, needs have changed, and we needed to take the agency to a whole new level and grow. The financial strain that the agency was facing during my previous presidency was one thing, but how would we replace someone who helped mold the agency into what it is today? The resumes were bountiful. The nights and days of interviewing and phone calls were very overwhelming. In the end, it was all worth it. Bringing on Russ, who has given it his all to the agency in a bit over a year's time. His insight, kindness, and innovativeness are only a few of his qualities. What stands out most is his energy and determination in making this agency thrive to be better than ever. Little did we anticipate, shortly after Russ started, our financial situation was not at all where it should have been. Well, not as quite as bad as 10 years ago. We knew in order to keep the agency running, changes needed to be made. We were never in the business of cutting programs. However, certain steps were needed so that our doors could remain open. We worked hard and spent more countless hours on programming. A change was happening, and we needed to ensure that we were serving the community as we always have. Our ultimate goal was to grow the programs that were most viable and needed in the community. The transition from Tom's leadership to Russ could not have been easy on our staff, outside agencies, donors, or my fellow board members. 39 years of service to now the new guy. But Russ, you proved that you could change that. You were not the new guy. You came in humble and wanted to learn how things have been done and slowly make changes that you saw fit. Some of the changes include solidifying a stronger relationship with the greater Union County Jewish community, with establishing counseling services in the Westfield area, and making better relationships with local synagogues and the JCC. We have more volunteer opportunities throughout the agency, as well as an internship program with Kean University. And you ask, how are we able to build these relationships and programs? One word, grants. No one writes a better grant than Heidi. With the help of Russ, they've worked to find new grants that will fit with the needs of the agency and community. We have received multiple grants to facilitate getting more opportunities to broaden and better our services. Our food pantry is flourishing, and there are new and exciting changes coming, so be on the lookout. Russ hasn't been the only leadership change. We welcome Dr. Alyssa Reiner as the new head of social work and Bill Newberry as our new CFO. Alyssa isn't here, but I think Bill is. Bill, are you here? Oh, he's outside? Okay, well, everybody say hi to Bill. Hi, Bill.
Trying to hide.
You're lucky to have two dynamic-driven individuals who have already been going through everything so diligently. I look forward to working with both of you as I pass the torch off to Jerry. I would never have gotten through the past 2 years of highs and lows without the constant support of my executive board, fellow board members, the hiring squad, as I like to call them, the staff, and my right-hand woman VP, Jerry. Jerry has stood by and listened to me cry, vent, and make sense of things that I could not make sense of. She has been my voice of reason concerning the agency for the past 2 years. There was such uncertainty of so much happening behind the scenes, we were unsure how we would keep our doors open. Jerry then reminded me of how I asked her to be vice president. I told her it would be fun, it'd be easy, and the agency just runs itself. And she still tells me that every single time I speak to her. So, little did we know what was in store, but we did it. We did it. Our rebuild has been going smoothly, and our new leadership team is absolutely wonderful, and we should be proud of their hard work and everything they do behind the scenes that we don't even see. I may not have accomplished all that I wanted to or mentioned in my original president's message from 2 years ago, but I am so proud of what we have done. I never expected the bumps in the road that we encountered. I can rest easy knowing that we are in the right direction and we will be better than ever. I'm passing this torch to Jerry, who I know with 1,000% certainty will continue to grow the agency and take it to another level for our community. I am honored and proud that I served as our president. I would like to give special thanks to my husband and 4 children for giving me the support I needed to serve you for the past 2 years. And to all of you, I thank you all for entrusting me with the agency that I love and value. Now I'm going back to the MC mode. I would like to introduce Russ, who I've already spoken about, our esteemed executive director, who will present this year's annual report.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm so proud to be here at my second annual meeting as executive director of JFS. I have to say, not everyone makes it to year 2. Elon Musk, our new trillionaire, only lasted 130 days in his job at the White House, and he started about the same time as I did. So I'm doing better than a trillionaire. That's good stuff. And I'm really grateful to be standing here today, and even more grateful to be standing here with everyone. To start, I want to say just some personal news. As a lot of what we do here is social work, I just passed my licensing exam for social work. In that way as well. With that, I get some extra letters at the end of my name that no one really knows exactly what they mean. But for an agency that's JFSCNJ, it will just add a little more to those letters. On top of that, I'm really grateful for the extraordinary staff. If everyone, you don't have to stand up, it's a little hard, you just raise your hand. We have a lot of JFSCNJ staff here. without them, we wouldn't be here today. On top of that, we have, you don't have to raise your hand, but a lot of board members here as well, who I'm on a daily basis grateful for their leadership and for their help in everything that we do. On top of that, we have donors here, volunteers, friends, partners, community members, and I just really want to thank everyone for all you do in supporting our agency. I've been at this agency for about a year and a half. JFS, on the other hand, has been around here for around 113 years. That means I am still very much just a footnote in the life of this storied agency. People around the room, like Fred right here, if you look at that wall right there, you'll see first that Jen's name is up there now as our former president. But if you look at the first name in the top left, you'll see our Fred's esteemed father. And that just shows you that many people in this agency have really given so much. On top of that, we'll mention again, one of our new board members. When you walked into the building, you might have saw a picture of Lily Gottlieb welcoming you. Where are you? There you go, there. We have Lily Gottlieb's grandson joining us as a member. So year 113, but a lot of people who have been involved for so long are staying involved. So at our inception, 113 years ago, we focused on supporting refugees fleeing persecution in search of a better and safer life. And to today, when JFS has a very different way to execute our mission. Just as our clientele and the community has changed, as Jen mentioned, we are changing as well. Every day, we are reimagining what this agency can and should be. We continually ask ourselves, what does the county need of us? What does the world need of us? How do we make sure that everyone in the community has a chance not only to survive, but to thrive? There's been a major focus. This has been one of the major focuses on my leadership here. We've expanded our reach through bereavement groups and work with Unhoused Individuals in Summit, new programming in the Leaving House with our amazing team in Clark and Cranford, and transition happening in the pantry, which I'm sure many of you are aware of how we're going to a food choice model, and soon God willing, our new office in Westville. Not a day goes by that we don't think as a team, what can we do that's innovative and could be supportive of the community? And yet, as we grow outward, our home base here, which you're in right now in Elizabeth, remains strong and central. Danielle and Kathy do a remarkable work in our pantry and with our volunteers, meeting each of our clients with dignity and compassion. Debbie, our director of Holocaust Services, and Maria, our director of nursing, continue to ensure that our Holocaust services, survivors, and the insecure receive the highest level of care and attention. And our new directors, as Jen mentioned, Dr. Alyssa Reiner and Bill Newberry, are already doing everything they can to modernize our agency. On top of that, we have Sabrina, who makes sure that everything works on the back end, and we always want to make sure that nothing goes on with that behind here. So I just want to thank our directors. For me, this is the dream team. We have a team ready to make change, but there are many ways to think about change. Heraclitus once said, I know you guys are waiting for Heraclitus. Heraclitus once said, you cannot step into the same river twice. The river may still be called the same river, but the water is always moving. In many ways, that's the story of JFS. We're still JFS. Our core values have not changed: compassion, dignity, service. But the world around us is changing and consistently changes. The needs of our community have changed, and we have to grow, adapt, move with them. Our identity remains the same, even as our work continues to evolve. Sometimes change comes in many different ways. For example, many times it's because the old ways we change, because the old ways, they meet new realities, and we change because we have to. Systems no longer work that once did. We don't get as much bang for our buck out of a program that we set up 10 years ago, and there might even just be less excitement for their program. And so eventually, something has to shift. As an agency rooted in Jewish values, we know something about forced change. People have been responding to change for thousands of years, sometimes with courage, sometimes with arguments, and sometimes with faith, and sometimes with dozens of complaints that happen in a desert somewhere in the Sinai. And sometimes the change happens because of auditors. We have lots of reasons that this change has happened. But the best kind of change, when I think of what is the driving force of this agency, the kind of change that really drives us is moral change. It's a change we choose. It's a change that happens when human beings believe that our words, our choices, our kindness, our creativity, everything around us, our values can make the world better. And moral change does not always begin with something dramatic or with complaints. It sometimes begins with a single phone call. A single conversation can change a person. A person can change a family can strengthen a community, and community can change history. This is how we imagine the change that we're trying to bring about. This is what JFS does every single day. I see it across the agency, and sometimes I witness it in the simplest ways. One of the things that I do rarely, but I do enjoy doing, is answer the front desk phone. On the other end is always someone who is seeking us out. Sometimes it might be someone who's scared, might be overwhelmed, might be hungry, lonely, grieving, or just unsure about where the next turn is. And in that moment, JFS becomes the first responder. Not with sirens, not with a big show, but with compassion. Not with just easy answers, but with presence, care, and the promise that they're not alone. When someone needs to know how, when, if they can take their loved ones home from the hospital, or how that works, and what kind of information they need in order to get that accomplished, we are that resource in order to make sure that people know and feel supported. In that situation, for example, we know that if someone needs to know information, they can always call our director, Maria, and she will explain all the details about how to make sure that a person feels safe once they get to the hospital. And on top of our phones and us trying to be our chief responder, I'd say our agency's chief responder is none other than our president, Jen Suffield. Jen has done more to help push this agency into that third kind of change, the kind of change that we all want to embody, the kind that's intentional, moral, courageous change that anyone can, more than anyone can imagine. I consider myself so lucky to have started my tenure in this agency under Jen's presidency. Jen is the consummate leader, one that makes the people around her stronger, wiser, and braver. As many of you know, this is Jen's second presidency. Again, if you'll relay back to that wall.
And final.
Wait 1 second. This is Jen's second presidency, and I like to see patterns in history. So there's many ways to understand a second presidency. One way is every 10 years, Jen comes around. So right now, it's 2026. Mark on your clocks. Keep it aware. We'll have to, keep track of Jen in that way. Another way to understand her second presidency is that Jen appears when the agency needs her most. In that sense, she's a little bit like Superman. She has keen hearing, sees things others miss, and magically appears and responds before anyone even realizes help is needed yet. A third option, the deepest truth, is that JFS is Jen's family. She would do anything for the agency. I've seen this time and time again, and she has shown that over and over again. And I know I speak for so many of us when I say that we would do anything for Jen as well. Jen, thank you for your leadership, your wisdom, your steadiness, your humor, and your love for the agency. I want to present Jen with this amazing piece of Jewish art, which I'm not always sure exactly what it is, which is the hallmark of Jewish art. And it is beautiful, and we just want to make sure that yeah, so Jen, I'm really proud of you giving me this neat thing, but thank you so much. And
Do you want me to just turn it?
I'll put it on, yeah, hold on. And Jen has helped set the stage for Jerry. And it's so amazing. I've really got to know Jerry in my time here. I've had some amazing meetings. Jen has a crew here. Aside from her family, I feel Jen comes with an entourage.
Jerry.
Jerry comes with an entourage. Sorry. I'm looking at us. Jerry comes with an entourage. And I feel like the reason you do it because everyone who spends time with Jerry just is enamored by Jerry's presence, her leadership. And we're so excited by what you're going to bring to the table. We're so excited by all your new ideas, your approaches, and Jerry's been involved in the agency for over 10 years. She really seen the ins and outs. She sat on many committees at this point, and we're just so excited for what you're going to do. And thank you for taking on the presidency. Tonight, we also welcome our new board members, which Ruth will install them soon. Lauren, Gary, Liz, Lexi. You don't have to do anything yet because Ruth will do that. But I just want to say thank you for saying yes to the agency, yes to the mission, yes to the work ahead. Board service is no doubt not a glamorous one, but it's one of the most meaningful things you could do. And we're so grateful for your partnership. And finally, I was always told it's good to go out on a banging finish. I just want to, at the end of the meeting, announce we're so excited to say that I believe we were able to close this week a $500,000 gift. And this is, I believe, one of the largest gifts that our agency has that's unrestricted. And with that, I believe that this gift is definitely a milestone in the agency. And unrestricted gifts is one of the greatest gifts a nonprofit can receive, because it says we trust you. We trust that you guys are going in the right direction, and we believe in your mission. We believe in your leadership, and we believe that you know where you're going. So we're very excited for this. This will allow our agency to really shore up some gaps and ensure that we're on steady ground. As we look forward, JFS is not simply preserving legacy. We're building on it. We're honoring 113 years of service by making sure that the agency remains bold, it remains compassionate, relevant, and always ready for the future. I want to thank and conclude and just thank all of our staff, our board members, thank Jen, thank Jerry, and thank everyone here today. Thank you for believing in JFS. The river is still moving, and together we'll helpfully guide it where it goes next. Thank you.
Thank you, Russ, for the report, and thank you and Heidi for securing that $500,000, because that made my past 2 years worth it. And that is my parting gift. Thank you though, Russ, for your devotion and all that you've done to start rebuilding the agency into bigger and better and stronger than ever. Now I would like to call Ruth Margolin, the chair of our nominating committee. She will install our officers and continuing board members.
And to me, what makes it all worth it is, Russ, as you speak about an agency with moral vision and direction, and that makes it all, it's wonderful to be part of an agency with that kind of mission. My role this evening is as chair of the nominating committee, and it's to focus on the board of directors. The board is comprised of community leaders who are tasked with ensuring that the agency functions according to its stated mission and meets its financial, ethical, professional, and social responsibilities in everything that it does. It's important work, but it's very behind the scenes. So take a minute to acknowledge work that is far more visible, certainly to our clientele. All the numerous projects and accomplishments of Jewish Family Service are due to the extraordinary commitment and compassion of our entire staff and the noteworthy contributions of our cherished volunteers. A little later in the program, we will enthusiastically recognize and honor several distinguished volunteers whose efforts have greatly enhanced the services that our clients receive. But really, all our volunteers are stars, and we thank you all. And although they're not receiving awards tonight, I want to acknowledge again the outstanding efforts and members of our staff who individually and collectively are responsible for everything that JFS accomplishes. Our staff, from the social workers to the home health aides to the office administrators, are heroes in bringing healing and caring into so many lives. With Russ at the helm, and Russ with now a year under his belt, we are seeing JFS rise to new heights. So, back now behind the scenes to the board. Our board of directors is comprised of devoted lay leaders representing a cross-section of some of the most talented and generous people in our community. The nominating committee has brought the following slate of officers, new board members and renewing board members, to the full board, and the board has voted to accept the committee's proposal. It now comes to you, the JFS membership, to vote these individuals into office. So first, our slate of officers. Our president, as you well know, is on the slate, Jerry Rossfleisch. First vice president, Ariel Traub, who is here. Vice President Vicki Belenker, I can't scan, but I know you're here somewhere, Vicki. Ah, there. Treasurer Dan Raymer. Assistant Treasurer Carol Karansky, Secretary Donald Shapiro. At this time, we are pleased to present the following board members who have renewed their commitment and agreed to serve on the board for another 3-year term. We're grateful for their ongoing dedication and their valuable contributions, both past and future. These are Erwin Fish, Carol Karansky, Howard Karansky, David Roth, Donald Shapiro, Peter Till, and Ariel Trout. Our board of directors thrives on the constant flow of new ideas, skills, and perspectives, and we're therefore delighted to present the following 4 individuals as new members of our board of directors. Alexander Gottlieb, back there. Lauren Hammer, Gary Leibowitz, and Elizabeth Lowski. These newest board members collectively represent many years of previous outstanding dedication to nonprofit boards, committees, and community life, along with impressive professional achievements. We're eager for them to learn more about the details of our work and our organization, and we look forward to having them contribute their ideas and talents to the benefit of our community. Thank you. So I now call for a vote of gathered JFS membership to elect the aforementioned officers, renewing board members, and new board members to the JFS Board of Directors for a 3-year term. All in favor? I'm going to assume that. So, thank you for your commitment and congratulations to our new board members. Welcome to our board. A few more details. It is with great respect and admiration that we're pleased to again include the following community leaders and devoted friends onto our honorary board. Warren Eisenberg, Chester Feinberg, Harriet Goldman, Gordon Haas, Anatole Hiller, Rose Turchin, Joyce Weinstein, and new to the honorary board, Jackie Gershman. We are extraordinarily appreciative of their unwavering support and their many contributions to our board and agency. And tonight, we would like to recognize and thank those board members who have generously given of their time and expertise while serving on our board, and who, for various reasons, are now stepping down. We wish them good health and much success as they move on to whatever the next chapter brings. Jackie Gershman, Mark Hauptman, Seth Patel, Stephen Silverman, and Bruce Tucker. Finally, tonight's program would not be complete without taking a moment to remember those of our JFS leaders who passed away over the course of the past year. This year, we lost our past president, Jody Kisty, longtime board member, Alan Simberloff, and past president, Murray Staub. We remember them fondly, and we honor them for their diligence and devotion over many, many years. Once again, a hearty welcome to our newest board members, and thank you all.
Thank you, Bruce. Much appreciated. Welcome to our new board members. And now it is my time. Jerry, I'm going to pass the gavel to you, not the torch. I know you will do amazing things for the agency. Please help me welcome your new president, Jerry.
I'm having a little nervous again, like a little too excited. But it's truly an honor and a privilege to serve as president of Jewish Family Service of Central New Jersey. For anything else, I would like to say thank you to our immediate past president, Jen Sofield, for her outstanding leadership and dedication to this agency for more than 30 years. Serving 2 terms as a president is no small commitment, and each term came with its challenges. Through it all, Jen led with grace, determination, and perseverance. She also lives in Marlborough, so she has a long commute, and she grew up in Union County and has stayed close to her heart because this is where her community was, and we thank you so much. Your knowledge of this agency has been an incredible asset, and I've learned so much from serving as your vice president. One of the most important responsibilities of a president is helping to ensure the future leadership of an organization. Through your leadership, you helped guide the search process that brought us to Russ, who will help lead JFS into its next chapter. Thank you for your leadership, your mentorship, and your unwavering commitment to this agency. Have a plaque. This one. Please come up and accept your plaque as president, past president from June 2024 to June 2026. Gladly. And I just want to remind you that you're still on the executive.
I know. We have a meeting tomorrow, I know.
I would also like to recognize and thank our executive director, Russ Schultz. Russ stepped into this role during a pivotal time of the agency and immediately got to work. His thoughtful leadership, willingness to roll up his sleeves, probably more than he thought he was going to, ability to quickly identify where our organization needed support, and collaborative approach with our community partners have helped position us for a strong future. I look forward to partnering with Russ as we continue to strengthen and grow JFS. Sorry for all the thank yous, but there's a lot of people to thank because everybody works so hard at this agency. So please, I would also like to thank our incredible staff, board members, volunteers, donors, and community partners. JFS is truly a special organization because of the people behind it. No matter what committee I have served on or what projects I have been involved with, I have always been touched by the genuine care and compassion that our staff and our board have for this agency and for the people we serve. I would also like to welcome our new board members, Alexander Gottlieb, Lauren Hammer, Gary Leibowitz, and Elizabeth Moaster. I look forward to getting to know each of you and working together in the years ahead. I would also like to recognize that Alex and Liz are continuing a family tradition of service to JFS. Alex follows in the footsteps of his grandmother, Lily K. Gottlieb of blessed memory, and his father, Mickey, both of whom served as board members and former presidents. Liz follows in the footsteps of her sister, Jody Pisty, of blessed memory, who also served as a board member and a president. Their involvement is a meaningful reminder of the lasting impact of JFS across generations. Last thing. And finally, I want to thank my family, my husband, my children, my mom, my mother-in-law, my brother, everybody, for just always being supportive of everything I do. Their support has allowed me to dedicate my time and energy to an organization that means so much to me. And I cannot forget my entourage. Thank you. You guys are the best of friends, the most supportive people. Thank you for supporting JFS. Thank you for supporting me. My involvement with JFS began more than 10 years ago when I volunteered in the food pantry through a Federation leadership program. I remember quickly realizing this was an organization I wanted to become more involved with. I continued volunteering in the pantry and later had the opportunity to serve on the renovations committee and the opening of the Charlotte Shack food pantry. Holocaust education is particularly meaningful to me. And I've been proud to partner with JFS on programs with with Temple Emmanuel, and when my children were in preschool, in elementary school, we did programs there as well. And we are continuing to still do programs at Temple Emmanuel with Holocaust survivors. We just had one last week, so that's good. Those early experiences deepened my connection to JFS and eventually led me to the board of directors. Since joining the board, I have been fortunate to serve in a variety of roles, including helping lead the Run Walk fundraising campaign, serving as assistant treasurer, and most recently, vice president. JFS plays a unique role in our community because of the wide range of services it provides, from mental health counseling and home health care, to transportation services, support to Holocaust survivors, dementia programming, kosher meals on wheels, Tomei Shabbos, our food pantry, and volunteer programs. JFS touches lives every single day. I continue to be amazed by the variety of programming that is scheduled on any given day. I know we all get inundated with emails, but if you ever check a JFS email, the amount of programming that is going on and supporting this community is truly amazing. Behind every program is a person or a family receiving support, guidance, and care. Most importantly, our work changes lives. We help people through some of the most difficult moments they will ever face. We provide support, dignity, hope, and connection. I have seen firsthand the difference this agency makes, and that is what inspires me to continue serving. As I step into this role, I am mindful of both the responsibility and the opportunity that comes with leading an organization like JFS. The needs in our community continue to evolve, and it is our responsibility to ensure that JFS remains strong, responsive, and prepared to meet those needs for years to come. The past few years have brought significant change and transition, but they've also positioned us for an exciting future. We have a talented leadership team, a dedicated staff, an engaged board, and a strong foundation. Most importantly, we have a mission that matters. We are already seeing exciting opportunities ahead. JFS is expanding its mental health services and opening a new location in Westfield under the leadership of our new director of social work, Alyssa Rayner. We are exploring ways to strengthen our home health care program, expanding support for our food pantry, and continuing meeting the evolving needs of our community. As a board, we will support that growth while remaining focused on the long-term financial health and sustainability of the agency. Fundraising will also be an important focus. Every service we provide and every life we impact is made possible by the generosity of our donors and supporters. As we look to the future, I will build on that support, strengthen our fundraising efforts, and ensure that JFS has the resources needed to continue fulfilling its mission for years to come. Looking at you, David Brooks. We are fortunate to have Bill Newberry as our Chief Financial Officer, and I look forward to working closely with Bill and the Finance Committee as we continue building a strong future for JFS. At the same time, strong leadership is not only about strategy and finances. It's also about listening. Over the coming months, I plan to spend a great deal of time listening and learning. I am meeting with department leaders to better understand their successes, their challenges, and where the board can help. My goal is simple: to make sure our staff has the support they need to continue doing the extraordinary work that they do every day. I also want to continue strengthening board engagement. Every board member brings unique experiences, talents, expertise. By connecting those strengths with the needs of the agency, we can make an even greater impact. Another important priority is community awareness. I lived in Union County for more than 12 years before I learned about JFS. While awareness has grown tremendously, there are still many people who could benefit from our services, but simply do not know we are here. As our community continues to grow and change, we must continue building relationships with schools, synagogues, JCCs, community organizations, and local partners. Under Russ's leadership, we have strengthened many of these relationships, and I'm excited to continue expanding our reach so that more individuals and families can find the support that they need. No president can accomplish anything alone. The success of JFS depends on all of us working together. Our staff, volunteers, donors, board members, and everyone who believes in our mission. I am incredibly optimistic about the future of this organization. More so now after the news that Rush just brought into us. The needs in our community are great, but so is our ability to make a difference. Together, we will continue to strengthen our programs, expand our impact, ensure that JFS remains a source of hope, compassion, and support for generations to come. Thank you for your trust, your partnership, and your commitment to this remarkable organization. I am honored to serve as your president, and I look forward to working alongside all of you in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry, and I wish you all the success as president, and I'm gonna get my whole way. Now, I would like to call Danielle Clear, the Director of Outreach and Volunteers here at JFS, to present this year's volunteers, because we wouldn't be anything without all of you.
Just excited there's a fan blowing on me. So, thank you everyone for coming. While we deeply value each and every volunteer who give their time and talents to JFS, tonight we have the special privilege of recognizing several individuals with our Volunteer of the Year award. Each honoree has made a meaningful contribution, to our agency, and I am delighted to share a few words about one volunteer who I have had the pleasure of working closely with. It is my honor to recognize Marissa Duarte. And Russ will honor the other two. Marissa began volunteering with JFS in the summer of 2025 as part of an internship requirement through Union County Vocational Technical School. A student in the Sustainable Science program, Marissa spent her senior year earning college credits through Kane University while completing the 100 internship hours required for graduation. Marissa, who lives in Springfield, approached me with an interest in working in our community garden. As fate would have it, Marissa is also one of my daughter's closest friends, maybe best friends, and former lacrosse teammate. In another wonderful full circle moment, I have known her parents, Louis and Lisa, for many years. We worked together at a civil engineering firm long before any of us had children, and it's been a joy to see our families reconnect over the years. From the beginning, Marissa demonstrated an exceptional work ethic, a willingness to learn, and an eagerness to contribute wherever needed. When JFS partnered with Kane University to revitalize our garden, and I don't know if anybody saw the garden this year. Hopefully you didn't get wet, because I forgot to turn on the sprinklers. I apologize about that. Where was I? This is why I shouldn't ad-lib, because then I forget. When JFS partnered with Kane University to revitalize our garden, I asked Marissa if she would be willing to develop a proposal for the project. Without hesitation, she accepted the challenge and exceeded all expectations. Not only did she help create the proposal, but she also confidently presented our vision to Kane University students and faculty. Her professionalism, poise, and passion were remarkable. Marissa also led a gardening workshop at Our Lady House in Westfield on windowsill gardening. More than 17 participants attended, and she delivered an engaging and informative presentation that left everyone inspired and better equipped to grow their own plants at home. Beyond her accomplishments, Marissa's positive attitude, I might cry, kindness and dedication have made a lasting impact on her agency. This is embarrassing. I am so sorry, but if you know me, I cry all the time. Because of the success of her internship, JFS will welcome 4 new garden interns from UCBTS this year, and Marissa will help train them and share the expectations and values that have made her such an outstanding volunteer. This fall, Marissa will attend the University of Massachusetts, Amherst, where she plans to major in food science. We are incredibly grateful for all you have contributed to JFS and are excited to see what you will accomplish in the future, and no doubt you will do great things. Please join me in congratulating and thanking Marissa. Thanks. And now I'll introduce Russ.
I wish I was a crier. So, it's my pleasure to recognize Mark and Cheryl Trump as our volunteers of the year as well. Mark and Cheryl have spent their professional lives helping people find their footing, build confidence, and move forward in the world of work. Between careers in human resources, labor relations, personal management, and Department of Labor, they bring not only expertise, but deep compassion and patience. At JFS, they have taken those gifts and turned them into something truly meaningful. Through their bi-monthly job support group, they help people with resumes, interviews, job searches, and perhaps most importantly, with hope. Anyone who has looked for a job knows how vulnerable and discouraging that process can feel. Mark and Cheryl meet people in that place with kindness, encouragement, and practical guidance. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I just want to add with what Jerry was saying about relatives. Our VP, Vicky, her mother served as president and on our board forever and ever and ever, so I didn't want that to go unnoticed either. Sorry, I didn't. Sorry. So we do have a legacy here. That is for sure. I want to congratulate all our volunteers. Thank you so much. We are part of why we succeed is because of all of you. In closing, I want to thank the staff, volunteers, and everyone who's made this evening possible. Sabrina, thank you so much for setting it up. You've taken a job off of me. I used to do it. Now you and Joe are amazing and you know how to do it. So I don't have to do it anymore. So thank you. It has been a wonderful evening tonight celebrating our new and continuing board members. I wish nothing but success for Jerry. I'm not going anywhere. And it was a pleasure seeing all of you. And thank you all for attending and your year-round support, and the meeting is now adjourned. Thank you.